Today we are going to recap a 2001 Korean movie titled My Sassy Girl. It's based on a true story told in a series of blog posts written by Kim Ho-sik, who later adapted them into a novel. It's a romantic comedy about a man who meets a sassy girl with attitude and revolve around love and fate. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Be sure to stay until the end. I guaranteed you will love this movie recap. Spoilers ahead. Thank you for tuning in and have a great time. In the beginning of the movie, we see Kyun-woo, who is drinking with his friends. He gets a call from his mother, who tells him to go to his aunt's house. His mother tells him that his aunt has been very lonely since her son passed away a year ago. She would be very happy if he visits her, especially since he looks like her late son. His mother also mentions that she is trying to introduce him to a girl. Kyun-woo replies that he is too busy to visit, and he hates it when she rubs and pinches his cheek. Later on, Kyun-woo goes to the station to catch a train. As he is waiting for the train, he sees a girl whose name is never revealed in the movie, standing too close to the edge. Kyun-woo pulls the girl back as she is almost struck by an incoming train. The girl, in a drunken state, stares at him. Inside the train, the girl vomits on an old man's head, and she points at Kyun-woo while calling him honey before passing out. Everyone immediately mistook him for her boyfriend, and he also becomes the subject of the old man's scolding, who tells him to clean up the girl's vomit. Kyun-woo is thinking of leaving her at the station, however, changes his mind and carries her to a motel, as he has no idea where she lives. He then takes a shower and plans to leave. Then the girl's mother calls, and he stupidly picks up and gives her the motel address. As a result, the police rushed in and arrested him. While in jail, he was intimidated by a group of thugs, but fortunately he was released the next day. When he gets home, Kyun-woo is beaten by his mother, who is upset because Kyun-woo didn't visit his aunt. Later, he gets a call from the girl, who tells him she wants to meet. At a cafe, she grills Kyun-woo with a series of questions as she demands to know what really happened yesterday. After believing his answer, she invites Kyun-woo to a bar where she reveals a sassy side of her. She overheard a few men negotiating with some schoolgirls about exchanging body fluid at the next table. She confronts them, causing the schoolgirl to flee. She sat back down. After a few drinks, she burst into tears and confessed that she just broke up with her boyfriend yesterday. She becomes drunkenly passes out, and Kyun-woo carries her again to the previous motel. This time Kyun-woo didn't leave her there. Kyun-woo buys some medicine and feeds it to her while she is asleep. This second meeting also marks the beginning of their relationship. A few days later, the girl visits Kyun-woo at school, asking him to ditch class. As he refuses, the girl secretly tells the professor that she is going to have an abortion, of which Kyun-woo is the father. Kyun-woo is then allowed to leave by the professor, although he has no idea why. They go to an amusement park, and she shows him a movie script she wrote. A man was smoking nearby, and she went over to yell at the man for smoking while Kyun-woo reads her movie script. One is an action-packed story, the other is about a tragic tale of a man getting buried alive as a last request by his late girlfriend. The next day, Kyun-woo was drinking with his friends. A beautiful stranger walks by. Trying to impress his friend, he hits on her. The stranger turns out to be the girl, and out of fear, he runs away to hide. Getting too drunk with his friend, he falls asleep on a bench and ends up in jail again. He wakes up in jail with the same group of thugs as last time, but he overheard the cops calling them low-life thieves. He got angry at them for acting like mafia members when they are just a bunch of low-life. The girl comes to bail him out and beat him for making a move on her yesterday. With a bruised face, she takes him to lunch, while giving him a happy wife, happy life lecture. The girl emails Kyun-woo and tells him to prepare a surprise for her birthday. Kyun-woo excitingly plans an exciting night at an amusement park. He imagines it will be a magical night with fireworks. On the night of her birthday, his magical night didn't go as planned. They encounter a soldier who's a fugitive and takes them hostage. He is planning to shoot his superior, who has been having an affair with his girlfriend. A group of soldiers surrounds their location looking for the fugitive. He releases the girl, but Kyun-woo remains. The soldier finds that Kyun-woo's eyebrows remind him of his superior, whom he hates. The soldier reveals he intends to self-delete and wants to take him along. Freaked out, Kyun-woo reveals a back way out. They both sneak out back, but were caught and almost got shot by the sniper position nearby. The girl runs towards them and asks the soldier to let Kyun-woo go. The girl then tells the soldier that if he truly loves his girlfriend, he must learn to let her go. The soldier, who is moved by the girl's words, let Kyun-woo go. The girl beat Kyun-woo again for trying to save her and calling her a friend instead of girlfriend. They meet at a cafe the next day. She made him read a new movie script she wrote. It's a story about a girl fighting a villain in ancient Korea. Later that day, while on the train, a little boy draws a line on the floor. This gives the girl the idea of the slapping game. The game is, if someone walks by the line with the left foot, the girl wins. If it's the right foot, Kyun-woo wins, and the winner gets to hit the other. Kyun-woo wins first and flicks her lightly. She then wins, and she hits him hard. Just then a group of soldiers was marching by. Kyun-woo is excited because he calculated that he would win, but just then, they switch feet, and the girl ends up winning. The girl then proceeds to beat him again, shocking the passengers. With each passing day, they began to fall in love. They spent some time playing racquetball, fencing, and even made him exchange shoes, forcing him to chase her while wearing high heels. Kyunwoo receives a phone call from her while studying. She asks him to bring her a rose to class and ask him what's his favorite song. He said he loves Pachelbel Canon. He sneaks into her school and in front of her entire class, while she was on the piano playing his favorite song, Pachelbel Canon, gives her a rose while the class cheers on. Later that night, they dressed in school uniform and went out to party. Reliving their school day and having a great night, she of course got drunk again. Kyunwoo carried her home, and at the girl's house Kyunwoo meets her father, who tells him not to see her anymore. The girl's father does not approve of him, and he passes out drunk. She stopped seeing him after that night, and Kyunwoo was heartbroken. A few months later, the girl suddenly calls Kyunwoo, who is on a date. On the phone, she asks him to come to the place they usually meet. He refuses, but then realizes the girl he is dating is a transgender. Kyunwoo decides to meet her. The girl wants his opinion about a man her mother introduced her to. They have a chat outside, and he encourages her to take care of herself. The girl went to the restroom while Kyunwoo have a short conversation with the man. When the girl returned from the restroom, her date told her that Kyunwoo left and told him the 10 rules to keep her happy. He has a good memory and recites the 10 rules. 1. Don't ask her to be feminine. 2. Don't let her drink over 3 glasses. 3. Drink coffee instead of Coke or juice. 4. If she hits you, act like it hurts. If it hurts, act like it doesn't. 5. On your 100th day together, give her a rose during her class. 6. Make sure you learn fencing and squash. 7. Be prepared to go to prison sometimes. 8. If she says she'll kill you, don't take it lightly. 9. If her feet hurt, exchange shoes with her. 10. She likes to write. Encourage her. The girl realizes that Kyunwoo is the only person who truly understands her. She immediately runs after him. Throughout her search for him, she ran past him several times without noticing him. When she arrives at the station, she asks the operator for help, calling him through the loudspeaker. Kyunwoo hears the girl's call, runs to the operator's room, and immediately hugs the girl. He walked the girl home and outside her house, tried to kiss her. She accidentally rings the bell, prompting her father to open the gate and ruin the mood. The girl asks Kyunwoo to write a letter containing his feelings for her. The girl also does the same. The next day, they meet on a hill, and the girl asks him to climb to the other hill. She will shout and tell him to answer if he can hear her. He climbs to the other hill, and she shouts as loud as she can. She screams that she started to love Kyunwoo. However, she hasn't moved on from her ex who passed away last year. They both hike to a tree where she brings out a time capsule. They took out the letter they wrote for each other and placed it inside the time capsule. They will bury it under the tree and agree to meet under the same tree in 2 years. For the next 2 years, Kyunwoo tries his best to move on without her. He keeps himself busy with swimming, racquetball, fencing, and even wrote a story about his experience with her. His story title, My Sassy Girl, gets picked up by a movie studio, and he realizes he made her dream come true. On the day they're supposed to meet, the girl didn't show up. Alone, he read the letter she wrote to him. She reveals that she was very happy with him, and the day they met at the train station was the 1-year anniversary of her ex-boyfriend passing. She tried to find her ex-boyfriend in Kyunwoo, and she knew it was wrong. She apologized. She then reveals that she met her ex-boyfriend on the train like they did, and he also did everything she asked like him, including bringing her a rose in class. Under the same tree is where they planned their future together, but he suddenly passed away. While she was dating Kyunwoo, she met her ex-boyfriend mother often. She wants to introduce him to a nice guy to get over her son, but she couldn't do it. When she first met Kyunwoo, she went under the same tree to pray to her ex-boyfriend to set her free. The more she falls in love with Kyunwoo, the more guilty she feels. She wants to get over her ex-boyfriend alone, and that's why she asked for the 2-year breakup. A year passed by, and the girl finally shows up to the tree. She encounters an old man sitting under the tree. She told him her ex-boyfriend and her buried a letter to each other 3 years ago under the same tree. They were supposed to meet last year and read it together, but she wasted her time on stupid thought. She thought if she was destined to be with Kyunwoo, they would have encountered each other somewhere else. The old man offers her some wisdom, that fate is building a bridge of chance for someone you love. He then reveals that he read both of their letters, and the tree they are sitting under was struck by lightning last year. Kyunwoo planted another tree that looks the same, so the girl won't be sad if the tree is gone. She finally read the letter Kyunwoo wrote to her, and she let out a sense of relief and a smile. Later that day, she met her ex-boyfriend's mother for lunch. The girl expresses that she finally gotten over her son and moved on. The ex-boyfriend's mother was glad because she wanted to introduce her to her nephew. Her nephew turns out to be Kyunwoo all along, and she'd been trying to introduce them for several years. In the beginning of the movie, when Kyunwoo mom called him about his aunt wanting to introduce him to a girl, it was her. When the girl's ex-boyfriend mother wanted to introduce him to a guy all these years, it was him. It was then they both realized that they were destined to be together. That's the end of this recap. Thanks for watching and staying till the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you at the next one.